possibly emotional energy collectors, or anti-gravitation surveillance and tracking tools for someone other than Earth humans, maybe aura and telepathic surveillance, or alien intelligence gathering or mapping missions. The possibilities are many. As governments learned more, the leaders from Earth's various societies would react differently. Neither the Axis nor the Allies have claimed to manufacture the orbs that intelligently maneuvered through the skies during World War II and occasionally pursued terrestrial aircraft. Wendelle Stevens possesses the largest known collection of UFO photos in civilian hands in the world and has spent a lifetime trading up for the best UFO photos. They are assembled in a collection Stevens calls UFO Photo Archives. Many UFO photos are available from Stevens, who is also a digital and print book publisher of over 30 years, specializing in the genre of in-depth, nonfiction UFO research. Regarding the Foo Fighters, Wendelle has his own lines of thought.
Now, what's your recollection of Foo Fighters during your World War II period?
Well, you know, I never saw one. I heard reports of Foo Fighters, and they were nothing but balls of light that maneuvered around the aircraft in flight. And they were called Foo Fighters from the French word for fire is feu. And they were, in Europe, they were calling them Foo Fighters, and we called them Foo Fighters. Just firefighters, fireballs. They didn't seem to be anybody manufacturing. We didn't know where they were coming from, and there wasn't a lot of reports of them either. There was only a half a dozen reports during the whole war in the Pacific, where I was. There were more reports over Europe of activity, strange activity, and I think that the Germans did have some operational devices that they were using at times. I hadn't even paid much attention to the reports of Foo Fighters because there was never any solid evidence, never photographs of them. Well, there was a couple of photographs of each, but nothing substantial, and nobody knew anything about them. They just appeared and disappeared.
Well, think about those pictures for a moment that came through, and were you looking at them by yourself, or did you see them with other people by your side, and did you discuss them?
I was seeing them in air technical intelligence summaries that reported on descriptions of fighter pilots of these Foo Fighter phenomena, and occasionally there would be a picture.
And so, did you have opportunity to discuss that information with anybody? Or what were your thoughts and analysis regarding
Only
that?
with fellow pilots, and I had never seen one, they hadn't seen one either, so all we were looking at was scattered reports by various pilots, military pilots, of a strange phenomena seen in the sky that they couldn't explain and couldn't account for.
The German industries were producing high-caliber science and technology in the mid to late 1930s. According to the video documentary UFO Secrets of the Third Reich, and also based on many of the items of evidence in Wendelle Stevens' book, Nazi Flying Discs, two young German women, both psychic mediums, together made psychic contact with beings claiming to be extraterrestrials from planetary systems revolving around the star Aldebaran. In Munich, scientific specialists close to the women joined them in a small group comprised of leading minds from both Munich and the University of Vienna, and eventually began face-to-face contacts with the humans from Aldebaran, who appeared physically very similar to Earth humans. The Aldebaran visitors were allowed to enlighten the members of the secret Black Sun's inner circle, and these totalitarian sympathizers were seduced by the power of the Aldebaran aerospace technologies and wasted little time turning the Aldebaran program into a mostly militaristic direction. According to Stevens, when gun turrets were mounted on the underside of these Nazi flying saucers, the Aldebarans closed down the program and sabotaged the remaining craft because they could see that their German associates no longer had peaceful intentions in mind. Later, as Germany fell to the Allies and hidden underground Nazi saucer development bases were being discovered and pilfered by the victorious Allies, two American military programs, Project Overcast, which evolved into Project Paperclip, would later grab up many of the German scientists